Alright, here we go with a little video. I just wanted to make this to show a idea I had on how you might be able to get to a nice olive drab green with titanium. And I think you can do this with anodization and a little bit of extra work to create this effect. Obviously you can't get olive green when you're anodizing. That's not within the range of the color you can get. And it's a pretty, I think olive green's a very nice one. Yeah, very good with words there. So basically, I'm going to be showing this through an example using watercolors to show how you can mix a couple of things to get an olive green that have nothing, that are totally doable, I believe, with titanium. So let's start this off with our yellow watercolor. Yellow you can get into titanium fairly easily. Obviously you just anodize it to 50 to 60 volts. I'd say probably about the 55 to 57 volt range is going to get you the best yellow for this effect. See, I've got a little bit of my yellow in here. Hell, I might put a little more. It's kind of... Yeah, so I've got my yellow in here. Now we're going to take our brush. Let's see. Use this one. Put some yellow on here. Oh, super nice. Okay, I'm just going to draw my yellow in here. That's pretty thick. Let's make it a little watery. So there you got yellow. That's pretty heavy yellow. Let's do another patch and get a little more water into here. Hopefully do like a, ooh, that's again a heavy patch. I want to do kind of a lighter yellow over here. And then like a super light yellow here. Just with a lot of water, very little pigment. Okay. So, I can even probably get a little bit more in there. It's very light. So you see here we've got yellows. Hopefully they come out as yellow in my camera. Kind of a heavy yellow and a regular yellow. I'd say that's probably the best one between 55 and 57 volts. And then kind of a lighter yellow here. Just because I'm still messing around with this idea, so I'm not sure which one will be the best. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is take black pigment. This is just regular old black. Here we'll do like, let's say, a heavy black up here. Got a lot of the black up here. Yeah. And let's just try like a little bit of black in this top one. That pretty much worked. Not the best effect you could get, but it did the job. You got kind of an olive green going on there. Let's make it a little bit lighter. Obviously now we got a little bit of our yellow in here, so let's kind of get that out of there. Hopefully this will help us get kind of a lighter. Ooh, that's very heavy. Let's get some of that pigment out of the brush. Okay, so now we got kind of a lighter black. Let's go into this yellow. It's kind of a light olive drab. Obviously down here we're going to get like a very, very, very subtle color. In fact, I don't even think this would be very workable here, but it does show the effect down there fairly decently. So let's get that out. And here you can even see the black and yellow kind of mixed and started to create pigment here. So yeah, it's getting pretty light. Bring it down here. That's not really going to do much in that one. So let's get a little more black on our brush. Now we're kind of getting to the point where our brush is mixed between black and yellow. Still very dark there. Let's add a little water. By the way, this brush is full of water, so I keep squeezing it to add a little more water. If you were wondering, that's how that works. So as you can see here, when you mix black and yellow, it creates very much an olive green color. Let's see, when it dries, it still looks like that. Let's see if I can get in the camera. It's an olive green, and then these are kind of poorly done, but you know, just trying to do these quickly. So obviously, let's just pull up another page really quick. So here, I'm going to take yellow and black. We'll get these kind of ready to go at the same time, nice and wet. I don't know why I'm doing like a crisscross thing with my arms there. Oopsie, just put the... Anyways, so we'll just like mix them together here at the same time. And there you have a very nice olive green. That's fairly dark. Let's try and do that again, just with a little more yellow. And I guess we'll get some more black on there. So obviously this effect works better with these watercolors when I do them still wet, but the effect should work if you get the colors to, you know, work well together at all. But yeah, so that's what you can get with just yellow and black mixed together well. And I'm going to explain here in a moment how I think you can get this. It's a very, very nice olive green, I'd say. Pretty much exactly the color that I would want to shoot for if I was doing this, yeah, very, that's olive green. So, like I said, I think I just rubbed paint on my face. Anyways, I think you can get to that yellow, that general yellow color around 55 to 57 volts, or if you're, you know, just 50 to 60 is a good range for yellows. Then again, 55 to 57 is where I think that the perfect yellow for this effect would be. And then to get it blackened, obviously you don't want it to be pitch black because here we've got it pretty thinned out. So there are a couple ways you might go about that. There's acid washing, which I believe on titanium doesn't make it too dark. I haven't had the opportunity to work with much titanium myself. So I believe with titanium it doesn't make it terribly dark, and that might even be enough right there. So I don't know if you'd want to anodize it first and then do the acid wash, or if you would want to acid wash and then do the anodization. There obviously is a lot of room to work around there. Other ways you can darken it is just doing a stone wash without acid washing. That should scratch it up and maybe create a similar effect. Or bead blast it without an acid wash and maybe do kind of a similar thing as far as darkening it and roughening up the steel. And the reason I think that might work is I've done anodization, heat anodization that is on steel, and usually if you have a rougher or kind of a less polished finish on the metal before you anodize it, it's a little duller and darker. So if you anodize the titanium and it was a little duller and darker, but it was on that vibrant yellow that you get around 55 to 57 volts, then maybe that would work. You could also, of course, do an acid wash and then bead blast or stone wash it, and that might create kind of a gray and then very tiny slots of almost polished where it could be yellow, and when you're looking at that, it should be close enough mesh almost to appear in olive green. Or you could, you know, even just doing like a rough finish, like I said earlier with the steel anodization I've done. Just having a rougher finish often makes it a little darker. But I would probably do some sort of acid wash, and then like a bead blast would probably be the best. But some sort of acid wash to start with, and then anodize it would be my first attempt. Obviously, there are a lot of different combinations of ways you could do this, so if it does work, I would imagine it's going to take a while to figure out exactly how to do it. But I think the yellow and black kind of idea is definitely something that can work on titanium to make a nice olive green color. It'd even be kind of cool if you did like a DLC coating and then bead blasted it off so you just had these tiny little pockets. Anyways, so yeah, I hope some people try this out. If it does work really well and you want to maybe like anodize my Alpha Beast if I ever get one, that'd be pretty cool. I know I definitely want my Alpha Beast. I want an Alpha Beast with olive green handles. That's like my dream. And I think that having the black and yellow kind of mixed together would make that nice green that I want. Anyways, that's all that I really had to say for this one. If you try it, good luck. I'm just gonna do a little bit more paint mixing here just to amuse myself slightly before I head off. We've got kind of a darker one. My yellow paint's definitely getting a little bit of the black in it now, so it is starting to look almost olive there. Obviously the black overwhelms the yellow a lot better than a lot more than the yellow affects the black. So, I don't know, kind of a weird thing right there that I did. So let's try and get a little more yellow in here. Ooh, that's on itself, it's got a lot of black in it already. Some people go to great extents to not mix their paints. I just don't really care right now. This works pretty well. That said, by the way, I really do just have yellow and black in here. So don't you be worried about that maybe meaning that I got a little bit of green in there. But yeah, that's all there is to that. It's just fucking olive green out of yellow and black. Awesome. I hope you guys are able to maybe get that effect at some point. That'd be fucking cool. Bye.